no more expireds. What do we do? The Fizbos are selling. The world is coming to an end. It's okay. Just relax. Everything is gonna be okay. If you've been an expired or Fizbo marketer and the markets are just going crazy and you're not able to convert anything right now, you're not alone. There's a lot of agents that are running into the same problem, which is why we're gonna be talking about circle prospecting for real estate agents. So what is circle prospecting? What is this thing that you've probably heard of, or maybe people have talked about it around the office, but you haven't really dove into it? So it's not that different from expireds and for sale by owners, except you don't feel like ripping your hair out nearly as often. Basically what circle prospecting is we are going to pick a specific geographic location, and based on that location, we're gonna pull the data from the neighborhood to get everybody's name, number, sometimes even email address. And then we're just gonna call through the neighborhoods the same way that you would door knock. But instead of getting out and going door to door in this crazy world right now, you're just gonna pick up the phone and call everybody. Now, I know what you're thinking, that sounds crazy. Why would I dial that many numbers? It's okay, there are tools to make this way easier. The first tool that you're going to need in order to do this is a data source. So Mojo is a great data source for neighborhood data. In some areas, it's not as accurate as Cole Realty Resource, which is the other one that I would recommend. So if you use Vulcan 7, you probably have access to neighborhood data. If you don't, you'll need to get Cole Realty Resource or go to mojosells.com and you can actually get their neighborhood package and buy them as you need them. So once we have the data, what do we do, right? Well, we're gonna stick those into an auto dialer and then we're gonna start calling through the neighborhoods. So just to recap, you need a data source and you need an auto dialer. If you don't have an auto dialer and you're trying to do this by hand, it is going to take you so long, it will probably not be worth it. The advantage of using a dialer is that you're actually dialing constantly. You don't have all the 30 seconds between hanging up, picking up, dialing again. You're just constantly one after another. And with Mojo, which is the one I would recommend if you're gonna be doing circle prospecting, you're actually able to call through on 3 lines at once. Now, don't worry, you're not actually gonna talk to 3 people at once. If it connects to one person, it hangs up on the other lines and you'll call them back in a second. So, we've got our data source, we've got our dialer, we're ready to get going. What do we do? First, you need to find out what is the turnover rate of the location that you're looking at. You want to make sure if you're circle prospecting anywhere that it's going to be a place that they have a high turnover rate. And the turnover rate, for anybody who doesn't know that, that's the percentage of homes that will turn over year after year on average. Now, you can find all of this information at melissadata.com. Basically, you search up the zip code, find out how many people are in that area that are homeowners, and then find out how many of the homes sold in that zip code. From there, you just do the math, you get your turnover rate, and now you're on to the races. So we understand what circle prospecting is, what we need in order to do it, and where we should focus on when we're doing it. What is next? Well, how about what to say? But before we dive into that, if you're enjoying this video so far, be sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button and the bell for the notifications, and leave me a comment and let me know you were here so I've got some sort of encouragement to keep making these videos. Now, as for what to say, you can use a basic just listed script, you can use a basic just sold script, or you can call through if you have buyers that are looking in that area. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, I don't have any buyers that are looking in this area. Spend $25 on Facebook ads for a homes list for that area and you will have buyers that are looking in that location. So the script goes like this. Hi, I'm Matt and I'm calling from such and such brokerage. I'm reaching out because we're working with 2 or 3 buyers that are looking for a home in this neighborhood. And I was just calling to see who you know that might be interested in selling. Now keep in mind, we didn't say, are you thinking of moving? Because for some reason people get offended by that. I've run into it. They get offended. No, I'm not moving. Leave me alone. Stuff like that. So if you ask, who do you know that's thinking about making a move? Then they start thinking. And you'll be surprised how many people will think of someone in the neighborhood who's actually thought about moving. Now here's something really cool that happens when they give you a name and number. When they give you the name and number of someone who is thinking about moving, you can ask them, thank you so much. Is it all right if I let them know that you gave me their information? When they say yes, which they almost always do, you call, and instead of saying, hi, I'm a real estate agent with such and such agency and I'm calling around the entire neighborhood, you call and say, hey, I'm Matt with such and such agency. I just spoke with Helen down the road who said you guys were thinking about making a move and she thought we should talk. Now you're reaching out with like a warm invite almost that you can use in order to build rapport and get in a conversation with somebody who may or may not be thinking about selling their home in the next 12 months. Now, I know you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, how many people would I have to call in order for this to happen? Look, when you're first starting and you're not good at this, if you don't have a background with expireds or FSBOs and stuff like that, you might have to talk to 400 or 500 people before it works. But think about it. With the Mojo Dialer, you can talk to anywhere from 35 to 75 people a day in about 3 hours. So considering those metrics, in 10 days, you can talk to 500 people in an area. And if you're doing well, that should be anywhere from 2 to 5 leads of people that are thinking about making a move. You do that for a month and you're talking about 6 to 15 people that are thinking about moving in a location. These are people that have been referred to you by others in the neighborhood, so they're much higher quality than just getting a $5 Facebook lead. Before I let you go, I've got one more tip that is going to change your prospecting game. And a lot of people underestimate this. I don't know why. Like, we all use this tool, but yet we completely underestimate it in our businesses. Here's what you're gonna do. Let's say you talk to Susie down the road. She's not interested in moving. She doesn't know anybody who's interested in moving, and you're about to hang up the phone. Wrong! Susie, a couple of your neighbors have asked me to send them a monthly market update to let them know what's going on with the house prices in the neighborhood. What's a good email where I could send yours to? Assume she's gonna say yes. Say it just the way that I did, and you will get emails left and right. Now, send them a once a month market update. You can pretty much get it off of your MLS. It's super simple. Or better yet, shoot a video and send that to them. Now you're building your email list, you're getting in front of more people, you're getting seen by more people, you're having more conversations, and you're staying top of mind when people are thinking about making a move. So with that, if you have other questions, check out the link below where I talk a little bit more about circle prospecting, but I think this should get you started. I'll see you in the next video.